Hello friends, so I am back with this video to discuss about the strength of an acid and a base. Now we saw that there are so many acids around us, there are so many bases. So how do we know that which acid is stronger and which one is weaker, and similarly for a base? So that is where we talk about the strength of an acid and a base. Strength of an acid or a base depends upon the number of hydrogen ions or hydroxide ions released respectively. And this is where we also talk about the concept of pH. So let's get started. pH means potential of hydrogen. So it means potential of hydrogen. So pH value determines the acidity or alkalinity of a particular substance. So if you look at the scale of pH, it measures values from 0 to 14, wherein we say that anything which has a pH of 7 is neutral, that is, it is neither acidic nor basic. Any values from 0 to 7, acidic. Anything from 7 to 14, they are basic. So that's how we determine what is acidic and what is basic. Now, and a very interesting question that might come to your mind is, so from where are we getting these numbers like 0, 14, 13 and 12? Because if I say that, okay, for this substance the pH value is 5, we say that, okay, this is acid. But from where are we getting that number 5? So the value of pH basically bothers only about the concentration of hydrogen or hydroxide ions in a solution. Right? Because the acidity or alkalinity is all based on the concentration of the hydrogen ions, right? So pH basically is calculated as negative logarithm of the concentration of hydronium ions. So that means if we know the concentration of the ions, then we calculate the negative logarithm of that, and that's how we get these values from 0 to 14. Okay. Now, why is pH important? I mean, why are we even talking about it? Because if we look at our day-to-day life, we see that everywhere pH plays a very critical role. For example, for the survival of plants and animals, we all need a specific value of pH to survive. So our body, so if we talk about the human body, it works within the pH range of 7 to 7.8. Right, so if the pH value gets disturbed, so the functioning of our body also gets disturbed. In fact, if you talk about our surroundings, so whenever the pH of the rainwater is less than 5.6, so if the pH of rainwater is less than 5.6, then that rain is called as acid rain because it becomes too much acidic in nature. And acid rain is very harmful for aquatic life, not only aquatic life, for so many monuments. For example, the color of the Taj Mahal changed from white to, you would have seen that it has become quite blackish, and that's because of acid rain. If you talk about soil, an optimum pH range for the soil is very, very important for the proper growth of the plants, and that optimum pH range is between 6 to 7.5. If you talk about our digestive system, so our stomach produces hydrochloric acid because hydrochloric acid plays a very critical role in our digestion process. Now, this hydrochloric acid operates in the pH range of 1.5 to 3.5. Now, you would have seen that sometimes when you eat some oily food or some stale food, you get into indigestion. And during indigestion, what happens is there is too much acid in your stomach and you get a burning sensation in your stomach, which we often call as acidity due to excessive acid in the stomach. And why does that happen? Because your pH value inside the stomach, it has kind of got altered, it has reduced, and that's when you feel acidity. And what do you do during such times? You take antacids because antacids are basic in nature, so they neutralize the acidic effect inside your stomach. Tooth decay. So here again we see pH has a critical role. Do you know how tooth decay starts? So tooth decay starts when the pH of the mouth is lower than 5.5. Because what happens? Normally when we eat, so many a times while we chew food, some of the food particles stay in between our teeth. So what happens? Bacteria in the mouth breaks down these leftover food in the mouth, producing acids. Now when there is too much of acid being produced inside your mouth, what happens? The pH is less. And when the pH is less, what happens? So it's like a round robin thing. So bacteria will act on the leftover food, it will produce acids, pH will be less. As a result, your teeth will start decaying. So what do? You need to clean your teeth regularly and properly so that there is no leftover food inside your mouth. Self-defense by animals. Bee sting leaves an acid of pH range 5 to 5.5, which causes pain and irritation. Like you would have seen that, right? Whenever there's a bee sting, there's so much of pain, so much of irritation. Why does that happen? Because of that acidic nature of the sting. Because when it stings, it leaves an acid inside your body, which causes all these problems. And these kind of problems are seen with many of the insect bites or animal bites. So question time again. Do you think that base has hydrogen ions? If yes, why are they base? Now, obviously bases have hydrogen ions. They are bases because they have more hydroxide ions than hydrogen ions. So in a similar way, why are acids acids? Because they have excess of hydrogen ions. That doesn't mean that they do not have hydroxide ions. They do have hydroxide ions, but they have hydrogen ions in excess. Similarly, in case of bases, they have hydroxide ions in excess. So now that we have learned so much about acids and bases, it's time for a quick question. You have two solutions A and B. The pH of solution A is 6 and pH of solution B is 8. Which solution has more hydrogen ion concentration? Which of this is acidic and which one is basic? I'm pretty sure that you would have got the answer to the question, but do not forget to post your answer in the comment section below. We would be eagerly waiting to see your answer. In the next video, we are going to discuss more about salts in detail. So stay tuned.